This SGR project is eventually supposed to go all the way to Malaba border to join together, because it's not a Kenyan project alone, it's an East Africa project, to join together with what our brothers are doing in Uganda, and then to Rwanda, to Congo, and make our African trade become successful, and business connecting people, trade in goods and trade in services will be improved by having this infrastructure extended. The SGR is supposed to go to through Narok. We're already Narok anyway, through Narok to Bomet, to Nyamira, to part of Kisii, and then to Kisumu, and from there it goes to Malaba. It only takes almost, I'm told, an estimated 250 kilometers from here to Kisumu, and thereafter another 150 kilometers to Malaba. Best thing that has happened this year is to connect the SGR to MGR here in Naivasha, to go through Nakuru, Eldoret, and Nakuru, Kisumu, and then eventually to Malaba. That way, we have improved the transport of goods first, so our goods are automatically going here up to Malaba through SGR, through MGR, connection of SGR and MGR, connection of the old and the new. Soon we will come back here to launch the commuter rail, the passenger rail train, exchanging from here to the MGR through Naivasha, Nakuru, and then Kisumu, and eventually later Eldoret, and then Malaba in all that development. Our plan is to open up Kenya. The old thinking that there is a place that is what is called low potential will no longer be there. When the rail will open up the new transport corridor through Narok, through Bomet, through Nyamira, and then Kisii and Kisumu, that will open up a new corridor of transport. Okay. We want to also, we've discussed with Kenya Railway Corporation, possibility of Naivasha here is only 30 kilometers. If the SGR train that we use today from Nairobi terminus would end up in Naivasha, we will transport more people, maybe even 2-3 trains in a day. Then we can leave them in Naivasha and they can use now the MGR, or they can use the road transport from there. That way, we avoid the congestion that we face as you approach Nairobi city. We also reduce road accidents, because rail transport is safer than the road transport. If we carry most of these goods by rail, we reduce also our trucks. If you saw the accident that happened in Ngata Bridge, it involved trucks. So if we reduce the number of trucks on the roads and the pressure for carrying goods on truck, we will make sure that we reduce also road carnage, and we save more lives if more goods can go by rail. Rail transport is still safer, it's cheaper, and for the SGR it's faster than it used to be before. And we will expect that this inland container depot in Naivasha will continue being busy. There are enough investors who are now coming. You saw the site there. There's an investor who is coming with manufacture of all kind of goods, from ceramics to steel, and soon as these manufacturing plants are completed, goods will now be carried directly from here to the port for export. You know, at the Nairobi workshop of the Kenya Railway, we are already constructing, we are revamping old trains so that we can have more wagons on the rail, and we have more coaches to carry people. So there is a lot of work that is going on under this ministry. We are going to ensure that Kenya Railway returns back to be the engine of transport in this country, to be what it used to be in the days of our parents, where citizens would travel by rail comfortably from Kisumu to Nairobi, from Mombasa to Nairobi, from other parts of the country, from Nanyuki, from Eldoret, from Malaba, by rail. In terms of extension of now the SGR beyond here to Kisumu via Nyamira, Bomet, Nyamira, and then Kisumu, and the other one to this other part of the country, is subject to availability of the resources. The discussion we're having now, Kenya Railways, is how best we can achieve that, whether we phase it out or we find resources to do it once. Remember that we are balancing also our debt situation vis-a-vis our infrastructure delivery. And we must deliver infrastructure if we want to become more competitive. And therefore, we are thinking for ways. Want to see to what extent as KRC being able to collect more resources that can enable us, even if we phase out the construction, to start and phase out as we progress. You know, the more we have investments here, manufacturing, value addition, we will raise more revenue and we will have the capacity to support extension of infrastructure. I believe strongly that in the lifetime of this administration, we will make sure that the connection of SGR from Mombasa to Kampala and beyond has been achieved. So far, no, it hasn't affected the rail transport. And people now are beginning to inquire what is the cost of using the rail, what's the cost of using the road, and they find that the road is still cheaper and faster. And they are now using the rail, I mean, I'm saying the rail. The rail is cheaper and faster, sorry for the confusion. And they still find that you can now then, if you are destined in South Sudan, if you pick your goods in Nairobi or in Naivasha, you avoid all the inconveniences along the road from Mombasa to Naivasha, and you can take your goods directly to Southern Sudan.
More options in mobility, better transportation makes life better. As a passenger, I cannot thank Honorable Cabinet Secretary Murkomen enough for inviting me to this wonderful safari tour. I was here in this part of this beautiful nation, I should say, for dozens of times. But this is my first time to be here experiencing the SGR. So for me, my life as a passenger is getting better. To us, Chinese, the SGR, connecting people, prospering nations. This SGR, by working together, we have delivered tangible benefits to our two countries, our two peoples, as cooperation, mutually beneficial cooperation between two brothers. We need a better connection everywhere in the world. Like I said, no matter is connecting nations, prospering people, or connected people, prospering nations, we need a better connections. So from the Chinese point, we stand ready to work closer with our friend, our partner, our brother Kenya, in advancing high-quality Belt and Road cooperation. SGR, we will keep working upon request on this project to advance our cooperation, as I said, for mutual benefit. And I believe with the guidance, the attention from the highest point, we will definitely achieve more in this area, infrastructure development and other areas. And even some Chinese car manufacturer.
People were arrested.
I think the life expectancy in Kenya is among
Are you opening for Madam now?
Matatu cannot. No. Because
Sudan na Uganda.
Shake hands.
You see my hands are. My head is okay. Yeah. Just to support you. The cargo size of how much?
Now around the 6 million, something like that.